My name's Robert Llewellyn, and for the last few years I've been actively promoting and indeed driving electric cars. And the car I'm in at the moment is the truly remarkable Nissan Leaf. Now, there are over 158,000 of these cars on the roads around the world, and in total they've covered a distance of over 1 billion kilometres. Now, the Nissan Leaf has been around for nearly 5 years, and yet, certainly in the early days, lots and lots of journalists were saying, they don't work, they're stupid, the batteries wear out. All these old cliches are simply not true. I think a lot of the misconceptions about electric cars come from our old hang-ups about batteries. We've all had phones that run out really quickly, or laptops that you constantly have to plug in to use them. But electric cars and the Nissan Leaf are really not like that. So even a quick charge is fine for the health of the battery, and a full charge can last the average family a whole week. One of the advocates for the criticism of the electric car is, of course, the old favourite Top Gear, who drove a Nissan Leaf and said it was brilliant and really enjoyed driving it, and said that the only problem is the batteries might wear out. 3 years later, the very car they drove in that programme is being driven every day by a woman in London, and here's the shocking truth. It's still on the road with the same battery. It's perfectly all right. So is this your car here, Blanca?
Indeed, that's my Nissan Leaf.
Looking very, very smart and tidy. So what made you choose an electric car, though, in the first place?
Well, as you can see, I live in central London. I work in central London. You don't pay congestion, you get free parking.
So you're really using it as a family car, though? Do you do the school run and taking the kids to do things and all that sort of stuff?
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted this car for, to be able to do the school run and then drive into work.
So your car is actually a 2011, it was one of the very first Nissan Leafs to be made, 2011, same as mine. Now, did you know that your car's a bit famous?
I didn't know at first, no, I didn't know when I bought it.
Right.
I found out since.
So it was the actual car that they used on Top Gear when they reviewed the car?
Well, of course, as soon as I found out, I went and watched the episode.
Yeah. Have you noticed any degradation? Have you noticed the range reduce or anything like that?
No, actually, really not. I mean, obviously, it's got a warranty.
Yeah.
We've had it for about 1.5 years.
Right.
But I haven't had any problems.
Well, thank you very much, Blanca. That's very kind of you. So are the misconceptions about these cars a load of bunkum? Well, the reality of the matter is that across the whole of Europe, less than 0.01% of all the Nissan Leafs have had to have their batteries replaced. So it's very, very rare. In fact, the batteries in these cars have proved so reliable, there's whole fleets of taxis that rely on this technology, including eConnect cars in London.
Use a fleet of electric vehicles as a transport solution around London. Our clients are very positive about the Nissan Leaf. One of the biggest comments they have is about how quiet the car is and how smooth the ride is. We found the cars great in terms of their maintenance, and the batteries will be very reliable in terms of the ability to recharge and maintaining that charge. They charge overnight, and then we have one charge during the day to top it up, and that's all we need. We've been very happy with the Leaf. We've been going for a year now. We've tripled our fleet. The demand is there. The drivers are happy. So I think it's going to be a very good future.
So all in all, I think it's fair to say that today's journey has put a lot of the myths about batteries and electric vehicles to bed. The fantastic Nissan Leaf I've been driving around all day is living proof that battery technology is reliable and that electric cars are the future. And to think they said the world was flat.